There is no substitute for human blood, so if you have the opportunity to give blood, don't hesitate, because every drop helps save a life. We spoke with Dr. Frederick Axelrod of Desert Regional Medical Center in Palm Springs, who explains how blood screening and testing has made blood transfusions safer.
Well, the first myth is that you can get AIDS from donating blood. So we need to eliminate that myth immediately. Everything we do is sterile, one-time use only. So if you come in and you're a blood donor, then you don't have to worry about any infectious disease as it relates to donating blood. Okay, that's the first myth. The second myth is that getting a transfusion is bad. Everybody's worried about getting a transfusion because something's awful is going to happen. But because of all the testing we do on the blood supply, we've reduced that risk to really very, very small levels, so that the risk of getting AIDS from a transfusion is really on the order of 1 in 2 to 3 million now that we test the blood for AIDS. And the beauty of donation now is we have the ability to selectively choose the part of the blood from you based on your blood type that is the most compatible with the most number of patients. So for example, if your blood type is group O, we have technology, automated technology, where we can just collect the red cells from you because the group O donor is the universal red cell donor. But if you're an AB donor, you're the universal plasma or platelet donor. So we can take the platelets, we can take the plasma, and give you back the red cells because we don't really need them because the O donor can take care of everybody else. So we really have the ability to manage our donor base based on their blood types, which makes it the most efficient for the patients that are in the hospital. It's a very simple process. You come in, you register, we ask you a few questions that relate to your history, things about whether you've ever had a transfusion before, things with your medical history. Do you have any heart disease? Do you have any liver disease? Any history of hepatitis? We ask you things about your travel history because we want to make sure that you haven't been in areas that are at risk for malaria and things like that. And then after you go through the questionnaire period, we then do a mini physical. And actually, I think that's one of the major benefits to just come in, because it's almost like a free mini physical that tells you your blood pressure, tells you your iron level, tells you your pulse. I mean, so that, you know, for free of charge. And I'll be honest with you, at times we have actually diagnosed things that people had not known coming in. So then you go through the mini physical, you pass that, assuming everything goes well, and then you go and you donate the unit of blood. If everyone who was eligible to donate came and donated blood, that we would have more than enough blood than we need. And we know that those donors are available because when we have an emergency like a 9/11 or an Oklahoma bombing, they not only come out, they will wait 8 hours to donate that blood product on those lines in order to donate. Our job at the Blood Center is to make sure that we let the donors know that every single day is a 9/11 emergency for some family in the area. We need 500 donations a day just to meet the needs of the hospitals we serve in the area. So every single day, a parent whose child is diagnosed with leukemia, that's their 9/11 moment. A husband whose wife is diagnosed with breast cancer who will need surgery and transfusion, that's their 9/11 moment. A woman whose husband has a heart attack and gets diagnosed with clogged arteries and needs heart bypass surgery, that's their 9/11 moment. And those moments happen at least 500 times a day in our region. So sort of like you can't run your car unless you put gas in it regularly, we need our donors who are eligible to come in regularly. Every single day is a 9/11 moment, and we have to keep that tank filled in order to meet the needs of the patients in the hospital, or else then we run into a shortage.